I think the show has been somewhat predictable and disappointing the last couple weeks. I'll be like the ending of last week's show where Tyrion and his captor, forget his name, he used to be one of uh, um, Khaleesi's main advisors, and she's banned him because he was spying on her and sending information back to King's Landing. They are on their way and they go through this area that the people who have this skin disease, that the same disease that Stannis' daughter has, attacked them in their boat. And the show ends last week with this guy, the advisor, having this disease on his hands, so you know he's not going to have a good outcome here. Very predictable as to what went on. Very disappointing ending. Not real exciting. Um, Also, there was a segment last week on Sansa and where she is now in the House of the Northern Leaders. Um, Forget the name, but I think it begins with a B. Uh, and this guy, the guy that she's bequeathed to, that's going to be her husband, is so weird and disgusting. That he's the one that ruined Theon's life, that he made Theon his slave, and it was just not a good scene. I mean, he's embarrassing both Sansa and Theon in front of the family. Very poor. Uh, uh, the other segment last week was Jon Snow is actually trying to make an alliance with the people of the North. He wants the head, who they're still holding hostage and prisoner, to go out and have his people come in and help them fight the Walking Dead that are going to be coming, and join forces with the men of the Wall. There's a lot of resistance. He'll only do it, the captor will only do it if Jon Snow comes with him, to convince that they won't be persecuted, the people of the North won't be persecuted. And I think Jon's going to go. I don't think he made a definitive yes he would go, but it's pretty evident that he's going to go. Stannis is actually going to Winterfell before the winter breaks at the Wall. And he had a very moving scene last week with his daughter, as I recall. Was that last week or the week before?
Week before.
I don't remember much about last week with Stannis other than that. Well, the King's Landing. Last week, I don't remember anything in King's Landing. The Queen Mother, Cersei, is it Cersei? Is trying to run the show, and she sent the guy that heads the money somewhere. The daughter, or the queen, who is the queen, she married this young king. His brother, Cersei had the brother who is gay arrested for, I'm not sure for what, but anyway, he's in the dungeon, and now the queen, married to young Thomas, is trying to get him to release him. And the queen has given the clergy in King's Landing the power to have an army, and they are doing pretty much what they want to do. And the king went there to try to have his brother-in-law released, and he couldn't do it. He sort of backed down, and just not a good scene in King's Landing right now. I think this is going to be the downfall of the Lannisters, because I think they're going to. I think she gave them power in a last-ditch effort to sort of give them some clout against the Queen and the Queen's family, and I think they're going to be in big trouble with this. Arya wasn't really in the last episode. Last I know, she's still sweeping floors in the halls of White and Black, and I don't recall anything that she was in last week. I think she didn't appear last week's show. Well, the Kingslayer has taken, we didn't see him last week. The Kingslayer has taken Tyrion's former bodyguard, and they're going to try and release his daughter from the control of the people who she was sent to. She's supposed to marry the prince there, and in the meantime, the girlfriend or wife of the guy that was going to, fought for Tyrion and lost by getting his eyeballs poked out. She is actually going to try to. She wants to kill this Lannister girl, and the question is whether she's going to do it with this band of women fighters that she has, or whether the Kingslayer is going to get there in time to release his daughter from all this is not clear yet. Very much. The show was a must-see on Sunday nights, and now it's going to be, if it's tonight is anything like the last 2 weeks, it's going to be I'll watch it, but I may have to just watch it at a later time and catch up. It isn't going to be a necessary watch at 9 o'clock on Sunday nights. The show's really becoming too predictable, and it's really not in holding my interest anymore.
Are you excited for the premiere of the next season of True Detective?
Looking forward to it tremendously.
Thanks.
Almost watched last season over again yesterday.